This actually happened late last night, and I'm still waiting on a response from her. My cat's names are Tiny Rick and Morty, and they are huge, 25 to 30 pound cats. Okay, so husband and I put the son to bed and decided to take a shower together. Afterwards we gave each other foot rubs, still in the nude, and our cats decided they wanted to snuggle while we were hanging out on our bed. They're both super fluffy and had cuddled up on his chest and spilled over his sides. I thought it was super cute and snapped a picture of the three of them. I showed my husband and he said he thought it was cute. Now here's the fuck up. I'm so focused on the giant purring cats that I don't notice my husband's huge, bushy pubes against his notably pale thighs in the corner of the picture. I sent the picture to my mill with the caption, "When dad gets home everyone wants a cuddle." I'm hoping that she doesn't notice them, but I don't have that luck. Here's to never being able to look her in the eyes again. Edit update, she finally texted back, so cute Zoxo. Hubby pointed out that her phone is a lot older than ours, so it probably was super pixelated. Not looking for proof. Is the cat at least close enough to his nether region to claim the cat is having a partial bad hair day? Send her 10 to 20 more cat pics ASAP. If she gets them all at once, she probably won't look too closely at each of them. It's a hide the tree in a forest kind of tactic. His tree is hiding in a forest apparently. Tifu by blowing my man too enthusiastically, NSFW. This happened the past night, technically already today. We were having some adult fun with the boyfriend. It was also after a couple of drinks, so we were going at it pretty rough. So here I am, on my knees, giving him a blowjob, putting my back into it, when all of a sudden I hear a very loud pop, immediately followed by one of the worst pain I ever felt. It felt as if someone stabbed me in the face with a screwdriver. Thanks to my godlike reflexes, I was able to yank my head away from the one-eyed yogurt slinger before my teeth snapped together, and with that momentum I also managed to slam my head into the nearest wall. I was already in tears from the shock of the sudden pain when I realized I can't move my jaw. I started to panic and just kept repeating, "I can't open my mouth. I can't open my mouth." We tried to pry it open while under hot water, thinking it was a muscle cramp, but that shortly, with some pain I can't even start to describe, revealed that it indeed was not just some stiff muscle. Yup, I managed to dislocate my jaw while giving a blowjob. In a futile attempt to snap it back where it belongs, I tried punching myself in the face on the opposite side, tried pushing it, pulling it with all my might, but none of that seemed to work. At the end, after many tears and pain and panic running in circles, I took a painkiller and wrapped myself in a blanket to think through my options. I ended up falling asleep like that for a few hours. When I woke again, with the pain a bit duller and my mind a bit clearer, I finally managed to pop my jaw back where it belongs, but the pain is still very bad, and I can't open my mouth more than to fit a teaspoon, neither can I close it completely. It being Sunday, only emergency trauma care is accessible in the hospital, and it is insanely crowded, so I decided to wait till tomorrow to seek medical attention. So here I'm now, popping painkillers and eating my dinner with a straw, having absolutely no idea what I'm going to say to the doctor, or how do I explain to my boss why I need a day off in such short notice. TL. Doctor, I went for a blowjob, ended up like the T-Rex after King Kong was done with it. Edit/update. First of all, holy sh, this blew up. I'm glad I could make so many of you chuckle. Also, I read the comments, thanks for the laughs, it hurt. To answer a couple topics I found in the comments, sadly, nobody came that day. What was boyfriend doing? Well, he tried to call an ambulance after he realized we are not equipped to fix the issue. Problem is, my country is not very big on English and my boyfriend doesn't speak the local language. First operator hang up on him when realized he is trying to communicate in English. Second operator got stuck on not understanding the address code in English. I then insisted to F***K that it'll be fine. I'm not from the US, just very stupid. Healthcare is included in taxes, but did not rush to the because they are understaffed, underpaid and overworked, and I was not bleeding. seriously disabled or in mortal danger. Neither did I think a dislocated jaw is serious enough to require immediate care, though reading your horror stories and warnings made me concerned. After a brief 4 hours spent at the clinic, I was called into a large room where 5 dentists were working on 5 different patients with not as much as a curtain separating them, so the place was loud enough that the doctor did not ask questions because I was not able to answer loud enough. He instructed me to grip the chair tight because it will hurt, pushed my jaw backwards and wiggled it to its place, showed me how to stretch the muscles, gave me his number and sent me off. Tifu by crying on a date. So I'm a recently single dude after a 9-year relationship and struggling to pick up the pieces of my life, balancing a new job that involves tons of travel. It's been a rough few months, so my buddy, being the great friend he is, set me up with a friend of his sister. We meet up for coffee and hit it off, then decide to head back to my place so I can try and woo her with my mediocre cooking skills. We end up making an awesome stir fry together and things are going great. I excuse myself after the meal to change because I ended up with a stained shirt trying to show off my non-existent culinary prowess. Anyway, I came back to the living room and my date was checking out something on my side table and my stomach sank. I put away all of the stuff relating to my ex except for one thing. We were engaged. It was to be a gift for our last dating anniversary before the wedding. A miniature dotlight from a book, a symbol between 2 literature nerds from the very beginning of our relationship. So here my date is, being incredibly sweet and asking about my knickknacks. I didn't really want to get into it, so I told her a partial truth, that it was from this book I really liked, leaving out the colossal significance it once held. The next thing I know, she's queuing up the movie the book was made into on my TV, and inviting me to come chill with her on the couch. So here I am with this poor woman halfway through a movie, my head swelling with memories of my ex, that I'm absolutely still in love with, and I start crying. This isn't a sneaky tear either. So she obviously notices and asks what was wrong. By this point I know I'm fucked, and I do my best to joke stuff back and stammer out an apology saying I lost touch with a good friend and this was our favorite movie and I miss them more than I thought. So now the mood has completely changed, and after some awkward small talk she suggested we reschedule and took off. Now I'm sitting here sipping whiskey directly from the bottle, trying to decide if I should hit up Tinder or therapy. TL. Doctor let a date pick a movie my ex and I loved and ruined any chance of sexy times by crying over said ex. Tifu by being too horny for my boyfriend's good. NSFW. Obligatory happened a couple days ago. I was enjoying a lovely morning with my boyfriend. Talking, cuddling, farting together, you know the drill. Just the comfortable phase of relationship when you no longer worry about being perfect human beings. Well, after some cuddling, I noticed that his morning wood wasn't gone at all. And even though we had some amazing sex last night, I decided I wanted more. He was just so sexy, laying in his bed, I couldn't resist. After some teasing, we went to do it. We are pretty boring, maybe too romantic and really lazy, so we wanted just a classic missionary. Yeah, I know, nothing too wild. But I wanted quick and kinda rough. While we were doing it, I'm telling him to speed up, even though I know he is tired from yesterday. And he does. Suddenly, he tells me he got a cramp in his back. Okay, I thought, it will go away. It will be fine. It's just a cramp. Let's continue. Right? Wrong. He stopped. His face looked like he was in a lot of pain. His whole body looked like he was in a lot of pain. And he was still inside of me. Then he told me, babe, I can't move. It hurts. I think I'm gonna need help. Well, I had to carefully operate myself from under him and take off his condom. I also had to try not to burst out laughing because of the absurdity or crying because he was in pain. The best part? Trying to put his pants up so he won't be totally naked when the fucking ambulance I had to call will arrive. The whole time he was almost screaming from pain. The really best part? trying to frantically get rid of all evidence of what we were doing, just for him to tell everyone, yeah, I did this to myself during morning sex with my girlfriend. Now he is stuck in bed for a week, and I'm wondering if my pussy was really worth calling ambulance and all that pain. TLDR, my vagina apparently feels so good my boyfriend got an acute lumbago in his back while being in it. You've made it to the end of the video, you absolute mad lad. Like, comment and subscribe for more added content.